Right, everybody, so we are joined with Andrew Barber of AKB Racing, and as you will see, his car is in the background, and there is a reason why we're doing it inside the trailer, because it is absolutely blowing a gale out there. So we're trying to get some footage for everybody, and we're trying to have a conversation, but the wind is just taking over. So hopefully you can hear us. But Andrew, so talk to us about your car.
Well, people who knows me in the past will know we've got quite a bit of history through Timeattack. I think this is now 15, 16 years I've been at it now.
It's unbelievable,
On and off. We had a few years off. We decided to do a rebuild of the engine. After 2021 we won the championship, so 2022 and 2023 we had 2 years out.
Yeah.
When a long time serving member of the team decided he was wanting to step back a bit for personal and family reasons, so I had to decide what we was going to do. Did think of maybe stopping for a while and giving him some time out, but we decided to kind of go with the car last year. Got it up and running. We did a few rounds, but it was never really 100% right, and I knew that myself, and I should have probably known better with experience. And we shouldn't have run the car, but we had all the new upgrades, a brand new engine, and we had obviously this new paddle shift system that I was trying to get going, but it was quite difficult to get set up. As people who had it in the past will know, they're not the easiest things to set up in these type of cars.
So what Andrew's referring to is the sequential gearbox with the paddles, because it talks through a combination of stuff, doesn't it?
We've got the pneumatic system, so it's air. We've got an air tank at the back, and it's turns around. But the last ECU that we had, it wasn't accepting what we really wanted to do, so we had a standalone system which was causing a bit of a headache, to be fair, to get set up. And of course we run out of time. The good old race thing is run out of time, don't you, at the start of the year?
There's never enough time, is there?
So we decided to kind of kill that in the head. With pre-season testing, we probably done some damage to the gearbox trying to set it up. So that was January, February of 2025 last year. And then we went racing, and it was just not right, and then eventually the gearbox let go and took out a lot of things. And then sadly, when I went to this new team, so I'm now with GR Performance, they've taken on the car and helping me run it. We've found some other issues. One of them was, as I've documented in my own channel and page, that we had a head issue. So we had a floating camshaft was hitting the top of the lobes, which was a bit disappointing, and the guys found it on the dyno when they were doing power runs. So with brand new head on, found out we'd bent valves and all the shidazzle. So yeah, it was an expensive winter.
And everybody who knows modified cars knows the price of Evo parts. It gets very expensive every mistake, doesn't it?
And they don't make these parts anymore, Dan. We've got to remember. So people who has got them sitting are wanting silly money for them, standard. And then of course you've got all the machining costs and the build costs, and all these mechanic guys are,
top money.
Wealthy people nowadays, aren't they? So
you don't get cheap mechanics anymore, do you?
No. So yeah, it's been a difficult time to swallow through the winter period, but I'm so glad that I'm with these guys now, and Gary and James and the guys there. They seem to know what they're doing, and the cars that they run speak for themselves. I've competed against some of their guys that they've run for a few years now, and they are up the top there. So I'm glad I'm with them, but unfortunately they didn't build the car, so they're taking a little time to go through it all and spanner it, and we're just finding, now we're testing, we're finding little niggles here and there with all the new setup that we've done, that's what testing's for.
And we are 2 weeks out from Cadwell Park.
2 weeks out,
So
round one.
This is the perfect situation to be in, to work out if the car's going to be ready or what needs to happen before.
Well, that's it. We were testing here about 2-3 weeks ago, finally setting up the flat shift and all the pneumatic gear shifts, and the way up with the paddles and the way down. So we kind of tuned it and got it up and running. But unfortunately, as I've documented in my own page again, we had an oil leak and threw a belt off the pump, which we've now found why it was doing it. The guys rectified it. We're back today for round 2 of testing. To try and up the power, because I've still only on the lowest boost setting. I haven't been up in there yet because we're just trying to keep everything down.
And quickly, just to clarify on that, you will see in the videos on how fast this car looks at the lowest boost setting. It really is remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the guys with the new ECU that we fitted, it seems to be a lot easier to pull power again.
So what ECU have you gone for?
Well, now with the Cyvex S7 Plus, which seems to be a very, very advanced ECU. The old one I had, there was nothing wrong with it, but it just for what we needed to do in the car and all the logging, and there's so much components in the car now, it's safer for me and the mapper, for Gary to look at things, and you know, it does away with a lot of standalone systems, so it seems to be the way to go. It's very well sought after ECU as well, so
it
quite happy with it.
Talks to the paddle shift as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it talks to the paddle shift. It's all done. It's all wired now through the ABS system, which we couldn't do with the previous ECU we had. So things all just upgrade, and everything's on one place now, which is amazing, a lot better. So yeah, really impressed with that. We was out again this morning, and all the paddle shifts all working. Really impressed with it. It's just sweet as a die. It's, as I've said just now, it's very difficult to set up these cars with the paddle shifts because of the type of nature of the car it is and turbo and all that. But it's pretty good. Like, so I'm chuffed about that. But unfortunately, we've just had to call it a day because the belt is thrown off again. The crank pulley sitting in the floor there just now. We think that it's snapped sheared the bolts in the back of the crank pulley. Yeah. And we can only assume that it's all new, so there's nothing wrong with that. It's all been checked and everything, but we're thinking it might be harmonics working our way through. So we're just in the middle of speaking to gearbox manufacturer just now to see if we can get shed some light on the information. So before we go any further, but unfortunately it's called a day at the moment. So it's going to go back in the trailer, back to the garage, and then we'll have to
work out where we're
going to go. And fingers crossed we can have it up and running, because pre-season testing's going so well apart from this. And I haven't even been up into the next boost settings yet, so
I know
it's very
still on low boost. But just to clarify on what Andrew's saying, there is some transfer of harmonics, which means that there is a frequency or a noise that's transferring through the crankshaft, isn't there?
We think that's what's happening.
Yeah, so we don't know at the moment whether we're getting clutch, gearbox,
it's something to do with, it's something transmission related.
Something transmission,
because I've obviously upgraded to a 6-speed gearbox now. I had the 5-speed sequential one before, and it is slightly noisier on let-off overrun than the last one was, but we don't know if it is that, so you know, it could be
it's all guessing at the moment until it all comes apart.
Stick it apart, but it's a little bit nervy now because we're so close to the round one in Cardwell on the 4th of May, so I hope it's nothing too major, but we can't have this, you know, there seems to be the minute I put some bit of pressure on the car, it's just throwing the belt, so. But it's actually not throwing it's not snapped the belt today, it's actually snapped the crank pulley bolts.
Itself. Well, that's Andrew. Don't forget, everybody, you can go across to Andrew's page, which is AKB Racing, and I think you're on Facebook. You're on Instagram. You've got a YouTube channel as well, which there'll be some more footage. This will come up. We'll be doing a video on this, which will go live on Andrew's page, so you can follow Andrew. I think he's doing all right actually, because I think I looked. You had like nearly 2,000 followers now on Instagram, haven't you?
Something like that. I would like a bit more. On Facebook, I think it's 1,800 or something. But not as big as you, Dan. Not a celebrity like you.
You know, I think I'll even the wife, she'll wake up and she'll go to me, oh my God, he's done another video. It's like every day. You just can't get away from me. But guys, listen, we will be bringing you the action from Time Attack. So we'll be out with Andrew. We'll be doing some videos with Andrew. You'll get to see what's going on, and don't forget to come along to these events, because these events are accessible, Andrew, aren't they?
Yeah, you can book online. You get your tickets a little bit less, or you can just turn up and pay in a day. But it's not far away. They are good. There isn't just the racing on. There's a lot of other car shows and pop-up tents and all that kind of stuff goes on. We don't get to see them because we're busy with the racing.
Always busy.
It's a good day out for people, but. You know, at the moment when I've got you here, I just want to kind of thank everybody who's, like my sponsors and stuff, who's helped, friends and family, because without all them at the moment, Dan, I wouldn't be where I'm at. And a big shout out to obviously GR, because they've taken on the car, which I didn't need to do, and kind of get in there now, so thanks to them as well.
Excellent, Andrew. Well, guys, we will catch you on the next one. Our next outing is in 2 weeks' time. Fingers crossed. And then we will bring you the footage from Cadwell Park. And as always, guys, don't forget to jump over to Andrew's page at AKB Racing. You know what my page is because you're watching the video. So we'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you soon.
See you later.